Hey guys, welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Carrie, and this is Oren. He was just brought in from animal control. He was picked up as a stray, and he does have a collar. He had a collar on, but he has no microchip and no tags on his collar, which is tough because we think every time in this case how great it would be if people had identification, especially because of natural disaster. You know, we just had a bunch of tornadoes, and there's a lot of stray dogs running around without microchips. So anyways, public service announcement, microchip your dogs. But he just came in. He's got a couple of punctures on his head right here that the shelter had shaved, and a major problem back here. He's probably about a 9-month-old male. So as you can see, this is what we call a degloving injury, because it's like you took a glove and just ripped it off. So all that skin is ripped off and gone. So these are definitely a challenge for healing because you have no skin to close, nothing to suture. And then here, I'm really worried about how we're going to get this covered. I'm probably going to have to amputate this tail because there's no way to get skin down there. And it looks like his tail, I don't know if his tail was bitten off, but there's bone down there too. We are kind of just looking at the situation here. You know, obviously this is a problem. We've got this big pocket here. The biggest concern for me is what's happening with this anus right here. It's right there, and then there's kind of no skin around here. It's taken me a while to come up with a plan. I think the wound actually looks pretty clean. They've been dressing it at the shelter where they picked him up, excuse me. This is just bone on the end here, so we're going to have to amputate some portion of the tail. It'd be a lot easier for me to amputate it as short as possible. That way that's less skin and wound that has to granulate in and heal. So the first thing I'm going to do, since this looks pretty clean, is go ahead and amputate down here and then address the skin issue underneath there with trying to get it to kind of adhere to that area and stretch it out. I got this little nubbin as short as I safely could. So I'm putting in the last suture now, and I'm kind of worried about the tension on the sutures, and obviously the fact that there's no skin closing that is not ideal at all. So I'm worried about this kind of pulling through eventually and the sutures coming out, but we'll see what happens. Here is his anus, and so I'm going to try to kind of tack this down in several places very gently, and hopefully it will take and kind of regrow there. I went ahead and sutured around this area as best I could, trying to get that anus and rectum to kind of reattach to the skin around there. I've made all of these little perforations, which looks terrible, but I wanted to give the skin a little bit more stretch and more elasticity because these will heal in just fine. And here's my little nubbin. I'm going to try to suture this over this tail like that, and I'm hoping it won't put too much tension on that suture. It's okay. We are checking on our little Oren. He apparently got to his tail last night, so he was just wearing this kind of bite knot collar, which looks like a neck brace, and for a while that was working, and then he figured out how to kind of get to it, so we have the cone on as well. This is what his little tail looks like because he took the sutures out. It still looks better than we expected. I mean, I expected a lot of this to slough. And the best news is that he is able to actually defecate. So that is the huge mystery. So we're excited about that. We are checking on his little tail. So I showed you last time how I kind of got the sutures out. Well, he got them all the way out. We're going to remove these. This is starting to adhere underneath there. So remember last time I stuck my hand in there and it was like this huge pocket? It's not like that anymore. It's just kind of adhering. And this looks like it's starting to granulate in. So he is going to heal. It's just going to take a while. So today we're just going to clean it up. It's been 2 weeks and we're going to send Oren home today with his foster because I think his tail is healing all right. And his butt's waggling now. So his attitude is much better, and we're at the point now where this is just kind of granulating in. So we're just waiting and cleaning it. So hopefully soon he'll be able to go up for adoption. It's been 2 weeks and he's doing great in his foster home. He's being a little pill. He loves to play with other dogs. So he's really coming out of his shell. And this is his little bum. Look how good that looks. He's pooping normally and it's really starting to contract in and heal. So we are so excited He's like, where are you going? So we're going to recheck him again in 2 weeks, and we're hoping that at that point he'll be completely healed up, and then we can find him his forever home. We are telling Oren bye. It's time for him to go to his forever home. His tail is pretty much completely healed now. You know, he has a little nubbin, which looks perfect for his, you know, breed. He's probably a little Schnauzer mix. So we are so happy that it did well. There was a point there that I was super frustrated because it kept opening up, and I felt like there would never be enough skin or tissue to grow over it. But with time, everything heals. So we just want to say thank you guys so much for all your support, for watching our videos, and thank you for your donations. Without you guys, we could not save little dogs like Oren that just need a second chance. Bye guys, see you next time.